What's going on, everyone? How are you guys doing? It is February 12th, 2021, and tonight it is time for the Friday Night SmackDown post show. How are all of you doing tonight? I'm doing pretty well myself. Let me know down in the chat what you guys thought about tonight's show. Overall, I thought it was pretty meaningless. Not gonna lie, pretty meaningless. Seems like a lot of rush into Elimination Chamber once again, and they kind of teased what was going down on Raw. Not looking very good either. Not looking very good either. Although I can say that I'm very happy that they did qualifying matches. I am happy about that, but the participants in them and the way that they set them up were very meh. Very meh. In fact, I think most of the matches tonight were tag team matches. Most of the matches tonight were tag team matches, and they had absolutely nothing to do with the tag team division. Very odd. Very odd. All right, but anyways, Ashton Brooks, good to see you again, my friend. Philip, Pro Gamer, Chloe, welcome back. Molly Man, Chemical Prisoner, Obi James, Valentino, Mason, good to see you guys. Anthony, always good to see you, and Flash as well. Let's see who else we got here. Raphael, always good to see you as well, my friend. Leroy, JVOJ, how's it going, my friend? Hope you guys had a good Friday, a good week as well. Chloe says my birthday is tomorrow. Happy early birthday. I hope you have a great birthday. Hope you spend some time with friends, family, whatever you're allowed to do in your states with all of the mandates and stuff going on. So hope you have a good one. Hope you have a really good one. Also, Valentine's Day is this Sunday, and NXT TakeOver is Sunday. Crazy. Flash says, my friend, how is it going? Are you safe? Yes, I am completely safe. All is good for me. We are having like a little ice storm. I mean, it's not, ice storm kind of makes it sound crazy, right? It's not really like crazy. It's just kind of raining and some of it's kind of ice, and it's kind of slippery outside. Something to note before we get into this is my power has gone out, and so if for any reason we just disappear, or I just disappear tonight, my power has gone out, and that's about it. That's about it. I won't be able to turn it back on probably, so we'll just end there. Marcel says, according to Sean, this show had stacks. I completely disagree. Completely disagree. Warrior, good to see you as well, my friend. Warrior says, qualifying matches are the bare minimum that we ask for. It's crazy that Raw couldn't even do this. It's easy to book. Yeah, and I mean, the qualifying matches themselves take up most of the show. The only thing, like, I hate to, like, a lot of the times I say, like, hey, at least just give us qualifying matches, right? And then it's like, then we get the qualifying matches, and then it's like, I guess they gave us what we want. So should I really be bitching about the participants that are put in them? Like, yeah, I kind of feel that way, but like, I also like, I don't always intend to just be so negative all the time, but some of the stuff really just drives me nuts. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why were all of these matches tag team matches tonight? I mean, I guess I can answer that question myself. The answer is because they didn't have time to build. But like, Baron Corbin and Sami Zayn? Come on. Come on. Everyone's favorite uncles? Rob and Ziggy? I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. You DM'd me the big oof meme. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, so my power cut out when Sasha Banks came out. So I didn't see any of that whatsoever. I did see kind of like a post on Twitter about her and Bianca beating up Nia and Shayna, and they ran back the part with Nia landing on her ass on the apron, but I don't believe she said my hole this time, did she? There wasn't another my hole. Philip says, did you hear about Carlito? No, I haven't heard about anything about Carlito yet. Marcel says, Baron Corbin over Shinsuke. Yeah, like, what? Oh, she did? Oh, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. Cortex says, I enjoyed SmackDown today, but I respect your opinion. Hey, no worries about that, man. I'm glad that you enjoyed the show. That's awesome. That is awesome. Marcel says, they basically seem to set up Sasha and Bianca versus Nia and Shayna. It's crazy, man. I hope that they don't run that. I saw that they posted on Twitter that they're like, oh, should we have Banks 2 belts again? No, you should not have Banks 2 belts again, please. Chemical says, back before I started following you, Ashton sent me a link to your Discord. Is that still around? Yes, kind of, in a way. So I'm still trying to set up the Discord to be like a cool place to come chat and hang out and do whatever. Currently I use it to do chat on here for people when they want to tune in and talk about things. That's when I do it. Let me get this Discord loaded up here. Eventually I do want to get this all planned out and like deck it out with tons of stuff for gaming, wrestling, any other kind of stuff. Like, I want it to be like a little hub for all of my interests and all of your interests as well. I'm big into DC stuff, big into gaming, obviously big into wrestling as well. So all sorts of things like that I would like to cover. I watched WandaVision tonight as well before the show, and it was incredible. I'm not a huge Marvel fanboy, but WandaVision is incredible. If you have not seen it, go watch WandaVision, because that is the shit, man. WandaVision is fantastic. All right, so how do I okay. Invite people. Okay, so anyone who still wants to join the Discord, you're welcome to. There is the link for that. You're free. You're welcome to chat amongst yourselves. Do whatever the hell you want as long as it's respectable. While I continue to set it up. Okay, all right. Let's get into this here. So Raphael says they revealed a gauntlet match between all the participants of the Chamber match for Raw. First time in a while, I'm excited to watch Raw. So here's my problem with that. is that it's just time filler. Like, they rushed into all of this stuff, and now they're trying to tell us who's going to enter last. So this whole thing is going to fill up like an hour's worth of time of the show, which hopefully, I mean, I don't mind that. Hopefully there's a lot of good wrestling involved in it and stuff, but I've never been a fan of watching people fight over and over and over and over again until they fight at the pay-per-view. I would much rather prefer them keep their distance as much as humanly possible before a pay-per-view, because you're just giving it away for free. Marcel says, WandaVision keeps on delivering. Yeah, this episode was great. I thought this episode was fantastic. I loved it. There's only 3 episodes left, I believe, and I cannot wait to see like all hell that breaks loose because of Wanda. Also, if you're here, please make sure to hit that like button as well. I keep forgetting to do this. So yes, hit the like button, hit it. Let's get that number up. Also, if you're here and you have not subscribed yet, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. We are over 1,000 finally, and we are so close to monetization. Oh, so close. Hopefully with this, the NXT takeover preview, and then the NXT takeover post show, hopefully that will do it. Hopefully that will put us over. If not, it's going to be extremely close. So very excited. Mally says Teddy Long must have booked the SmackDown Elimination Chamber qualifying matches or something. Yeah, they had to rush through them. They only have Raw and SmackDown only have one more episode now until the Elimination Chamber. Why they book them so back to back, I have no idea, because we still have all this WrestleMania stuff that needs to happen. Who's Edge going to pick? Who's Bianca Belair going to pick? Are Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks going to form a tag team? Like, what? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Chloe says AOW can taste the monetization. Oh, yes. So close. Marcel says 4 episodes. I thought there was only 9 left. Or I thought there were only 9 episodes total for WandaVision. And this was 6, right? Marcel also says New Japan pulled another WWE thing on a big show. Okada versus Evil had an unannounced match and it went 5 minutes and a DQ. Hey man, they're pandering to the US audience now. Jason says, who do you think is winning the chamber? Man, I don't know. I mean, it could very well be Kevin Owens again. It could definitely be Kevin Owens again. I don't know though. Maybe Cesaro, but so here's the thing that sucks. Whoever wins the Elimination Chamber has to directly fight Roman Reigns on the same night. Why? Why don't they save that for something else? So even if it is Cesaro, if Cesaro runs the Elimination Chamber or whatever, wins the Elimination Chamber, he will have gone through an Elimination Chamber match, a brutal match, and now he's going to have to go fight Roman Reigns on the same night for the Universal Championship? I mean, I guess you could just call it a screw job if you want, saying that it's not fair that he has to do it, so it's not really that big of a deal that he lost because he went through 45 minutes of hell. I don't know. I am not satisfied with like almost any of the booking right now. It's so hotshot. It's so terrible. Like, I just don't get it. I really wish that they would just put just a little bit of time into things. That's all I ask. Marcel says, did you see the new match AEW announced for Wednesday? Yeah, is it the 6-man or whatever? Chloe says there is a rumor that B&B shirts being made in WWE shop with Banks and Belair faces on them. So I hope it's not true that they're being a team. Oh, come on. Really? Don't give us Banks and Bianca Belair as a tag team. Come on. No. Swayze says, how you feel about Seth Rollins' return? I'm happy to see Father Rollins return. The match, a multi-man or ladder match for a pay-per-view? I didn't see a match announced for Revolution. No, I didn't see that. Let me take a look-see here. Rocco says, I can already tell what's going to happen. They're going to have someone run the chamber, lose to Roman, and then they'll run it back at Fastlane, and it's going to be even more worthless. So you think it's going to be Cesaro then, right? Leroy says, did you hear about Cody Rhodes tearing his rotator cuff? I did hear about that, yes. So apparently he's going to be out for quite a bit. That is really unfortunate. Warrior says, this is like the worst possible time to make them a tag team. Yeah, it is. I mean, I see what they're doing. They're just trying to delay the reveal of Edge and Bianca Belair for as long as they possibly can. But they always do it in these weird ways, you know, that don't make any sense whatsoever. Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks do not need to be a tag team. Marcel says it's not announced. Apparently that people think it will be not Omega versus Mox because Archer, Pac, Phoenix are all apart for this. Yeah, so the match that they announced for Wednesday is Jon Moxley, Lance Archer, and Rey Fenix versus Eddie Kingston, the Butcher, and the Blade. And this was at the request of Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston requested this match. Mason says this is the worst way for Seth Rollins to return. I didn't mind it. Brian Alvarez says Cody will not miss any time. Oh, okay, well, that's good. I mean, he's not really doing anything anyways, so it'd probably be best for him to take some time off and heal and do whatever he needs to do, I guess. I don't know. Chloe says it was like Sasha face on one side, Bianca on another, and then their hair is joined together on the end, which isn't good for either of them. Oh, no. Oh, no. Big Chicken says, what are they doing with Nakamura? How he not even in the qualifying match? Yeah, so Nakamura answered the open challenge for Big E this week for the Intercontinental Championship. Shinsuke Nakamura had absolutely nothing to do with the Elimination Chamber. Nothing at all. Didn't get a qualifying match or nothing, even though he was the one that ran the gauntlet and got screwed by Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. He is somehow, some way, he is not in the Elimination Chamber. Now, this could either be for two reasons. One, they're saving Shinsuke Nakamura for later, which I guess could be possible. Maybe Kevin Owens will win the Elimination Chamber and then Kevin Owens will lose once again to Roman Reigns. Maybe they don't want to waste that. Either that or the rumor could be true that the only reason why Shinsuke Nakamura was the one to run that gauntlet and get that opportunity is because Cesaro hadn't re-signed his contract yet. And now that he has, Cesaro seems to be getting a push, which is incredible. I love Cesaro. So no complaints about that, but that could be the other reason why, for sure. How's it going, Basili? Good to see you, my friend. Obi James says Cody's fine. That's good. He's still facing Shaq. That's bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see it. I'm sorry. Like, I have no interest in stuff like that, but I'm going to reserve my judgment for that until afterwards. I'm going to wait until all that is over and see how they do it. AEW typically knows what they're doing for the most part. So I'm hoping this is all just to put eyes on Jade Cargill and Red Velvet at this point. Big Chicken says, what is your opinion on these two chamber matches? I don't mind the chamber matches overall. I think the participants are pretty lackluster, and everything was super rushed. It doesn't make any sense. To me, it doesn't make any sense to have an Elimination Chamber pay-per-view on the road to WrestleMania. It just doesn't. For me, the perfect road to WrestleMania would be a clear vision between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. I don't want to see these big decision-making matches in the middle of it. I want a big feud to get created, and I want that big fight feel at WrestleMania. That's what I want. I want a huge payoff. I don't want to see these champions struggling to figure out if they're going to keep their titles or not all of this time. I don't understand like why that's even a thing. I'm glad that Roman Reigns is not in an Elimination Chamber. I don't think that he belongs in there whatsoever. So it's good that he's not in it and it's a number one contender match. But now what about the others? What about the US title, the IC title? Oh, the US title has a match, a triple threat. What about Big E? Is he going to have another triple threat match? Big E, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Apollo Crews. What about the women's tag team championships? I guess we're going to see Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. So that automatically means no SmackDown Women's Championship match. And then we have Asuka and Lacey Evans. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Any word? Victor says any word on the new class at the development center? I have no clue. I have not been on social media like at all today. I had like a really shitty day. To be honest. It's my self-inflicted. Well, partially. Half of it was self-inflicted. I was doing laundry, okay? And we had just bought this big ass thing of laundry detergent, like, you know, one of the big ones. And so I started the washer, and somehow, some way, that big thing of detergent ended up on the floor and it exploded everywhere. Like a full like jug of thick ass soapy laundry detergent exploded all over my laundry room, all over the place. It was underneath the washer, it was underneath the dryer, it was like in between the walls and the floors. It was it was absolutely everywhere. We had to use like 6 towels to clean it up because we didn't know, like, I was just panicking. So apparently you can go buy kitty litter and put kitty litter on it and it will absorb it. But we used like 6 or 7 towels to soak it all up. And then we had to like use another one to dry it and then had to like mop under it. And then I have 6 or 7 big ass towels just literally filled with laundry soap. So I had to like put them in the bathtub and like we have one of those like detachable shower heads to like give our dog a bath in there. So I was sitting in there for like an hour just spraying off towels to get all this soap off of them, because you can't put them in the washer or the suds will go everywhere as well. So on top of that, my AirPods broke, so I had to go out and buy a new pair. And oh my god, it was a nightmare, man. Chloe says, now that is a big oof. Yes, 100%. 100%. Can we kick out Philip? Philip, my friend, I love that you're here. I love interacting with you. I appreciate everything. I really do. I appreciate you coming to the shows, tuning in, listening and participating. But please, you got to cut the spam. Like, I got to give you a last warning on this one. If you want to chat and participate, please do so, but let's stay on topic, okay? On topic. We're not going to talk about Carlito, and we are not going to talk about the Nexus. I'm sorry. Okay, so, yeah. Anyways, it sucked, but I did get some AirPod Pros, and they're amazing, so I'm very happy about that. All right, so let's carry on. Let's carry on here. Obi James says, what about the women's Dusty Classic winners? When will they get their match? I'm not sure. Maybe WrestleMania or so. I wouldn't mind that. Which reminds me, I need to do my NXT TakeOver prediction video tonight as well, to have it uploaded in the morning. Anthony says, I hope Cesaro's leg and the scar won't affect him in the chamber. Yeah, I hope not. Chloe says, do we talk about Aleister Black? Yes. We have no idea what's going on with Aleister Black. I'm sorry. We have to get in the standard Aleister Black question before the show really kicks in. which is a shame, man. I love Aleister Black, and I think most people are in the same boat as well. Aleister Black kicks ass, so it's a real shame. You're good, man. You're good. Just let's just stay on topic. Let's just kick this show's ass tonight. And yeah, you know, we want to give everyone a good experience. Everything about this show is chat related. So when people spam the chat with ridiculous things or stuff like that, then it just kind of ruins the experience for everyone. And that's not what I want here. You know, that I do this show this way for a very specific reason. So I like to interact with chat, and I like chat to be a part of the show. I think that's what makes everything different and more enjoyable. So I don't want that experience to be ruined for anyone. Molly says AOW's whole day was not good shit. Yeah, it was not at all. How's it going, Shelvis? How are you doing, my friend? Chloe says, I saw you call Kalisto a Sasha Banks simp. Hey, I was just wondering what's going on. I'm just wondering what's going on. Just wondering what's going on. Victor says, sounds like you had a horrible day, then your power goes out after you hear it's boss time. Well, you know, Father Rollins was blessing me. He knows that I didn't want to see Big Oof on TV. So Father Rollins says, look here, my child. Look here, my son. I must turn off your power for 10 minutes, and then I will bless you with electricity once again. So I can't complain. Can't complain. Philip, no worries, my friend. It is all good. Like I said, I appreciate you being here. Just be a part of the chat. Just be a part of the conversation, and all will be good. Kalisto be simping. I don't know, man. I was just asking. Trying to figure out what's going on. I'm just trying to check the temperature of the room. You know what I mean? In Father Rollins, we trust 100%. Father Rollins, always for the greater good, always for a better tomorrow. Shelva says SmackDown was trash can water. Yeah, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me this week. Not at all. Chloe says everyone's favorite, not so favorite backstage buddy Kalisto is his new name. Do I like the way? Yes, I do like the way. If there's anyone in here that doesn't know who the way is, it is Candice LeRae, Indy Hartwell, Johnny Gargano, and Austin Theory, by the way. Father Rollins bringing back his old song. Yeah, I was not expecting to hear the Burn It Down theme. I was really not expecting to hear that, especially since he came out in the Royal Rumble with his old theme, or his Messiah theme. I'm not sure how I feel about that. It seems like they kind of just mixed him together. You know, they kind of just gave him his old theme back, but kind of kept him as the Messiah. No problems with that. Raphael says he's probably just thinking to himself, did I really just get split up from the Lucha House Party for this? Hell, they've been on TV like 5 times more than he has. Yeah, I mean, not Lucha House Party was on like what, they were on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and they just were in the NXT Dusty Classic. Delight said after what they did to Zelina, you already know Black's going all elite. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about that. AEW is pretty full at the moment. And I don't think anyone really knows when Carlito, or God, I'm reading the chat. I don't think anyone really knows when Aleister Black's contract is up. If I remember correctly, I believe Zelina is now good to go as of yesterday. I think she's free from her no compete. So I don't know. I also heard, I can't remember where this came from. It might have come from Sean Ross Sapp or someone over at Fightful, but I heard that there's not a lot of interest in Zelina Vega, which, if that is true, that's incredibly sad. Incredibly sad. I think that Zelina Vega is a huge asset to any wrestling promotion. I don't care who you are. Zelina Vega is incredible on the mic. And I think that anyone with any wrestling promotion should be able to find something for her to do. Plus, not only that, you're probably almost guaranteed to get Aleister Black as well. Keep them together. Then when Warrior says SRS debunked that rumor, oh, thank God. Thank God. I'm glad that that's not true, because that sucked. Like, they sucked to hear that. It was like, man, that's brutal. Obi James says Zelina is more focused on her Twitch and OnlyFans. I mean, I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. I mean, that's the reason why she stood up to WWE and fought them. She was making more money from Twitch and OnlyFans than she was from WWE. So, of course, she doesn't want to lose that. And I mean, who would? It's such a cool, like, you know, it gets a little stressful from time to time with having to have a schedule and all of this and do all of this stuff. But, like, on a scale that large, how incredible, you know, to sit back, hang out, and chat with all of your friends that support you and appreciate you and are interested in what you're doing. I think it's great. I think it's great. So if she wants to hold off for a little bit and focus on doing all of that, I have no problem with that. But, you know, Miro did the same thing. He was like, you know what? I'm done wrestling. I don't want to deal with it. I want to just go ahead and do this whole YouTube and Twitch thing. I enjoy this much more. It was a swerve, obviously. So who knows? Who knows? Mason says that is sad because she's talented. Yeah, so Warrior said that Sean Ross Sapp debunked that. So that's awesome. Philip, how old am I? I am 31 years old. I'm an old man now. Old man. Anthony says, congrats to Sarah Logan for being a mother. Yes. Yes. Congratulations to Sarah Logan and I can't remember his name now. Eric Rowe? Is that what they call him? Eric Rowe now? Congratulations to them. That is very exciting. Chloe says we're gonna get Kalisto and Sasha versus Reginald and Carmella. Actually, I bet. Yeah, that is very possible. That is very possible. Now that you mention it, and I hope that's not the case, because I'm well over seeing Sasha Banks and Carmella. I'm done. Andre says it's so stupid. Why can't wrestlers interact with people outside of WWE? I have no idea. I really don't. I don't get why you wouldn't want it. Maybe they don't want you to get bigger than they think that you should be. I could see that being the case. Maybe at the end of the day, they just want your money. It seems like that's the case with WWE. All they really care about is making money. They don't give a shit about you and your family, about you having to make a living, you having a job. They don't really care about anything. So as long as Vince McMahon is lining his pockets, nothing else seems to really matter. Marcel says Uso is going to pull a finger poke of doom at the chamber. Oh, that would piss a lot of people off. That would actually be pretty good. If Jey Uso wins the Elimination Chamber and then Roman just pokes him and wins. James says, hey, AOW, I'm watching SmackDown on television. Just clicked on the video and the thumbnail just spoiled the main event. I haven't even finished that match. Sorry. But I think that one was pretty obvious. I think that one's pretty obvious. There was no way that everyone's favorite uncles were going to go into the Elimination Chamber. There's just no way. Joe Papa Nation says, you simp for Nia? I simp for no one. I ain't no simp. Please. Please. No way. Not me. Raphael says, speaking of Eric, I wonder if we'll see the War Viking machine rating experience get back together anytime soon. We need more teams. We do. And I think Ivar's still going to be out for a little bit longer. He had a pretty serious injury. And I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to do the things that he used to do before, which is very, very sad, because the Viking Raiders, man, they kicked ass. They kicked absolute ass. I loved it. I loved it, man. At least at the beginning. At least at the beginning. WWE always seems to ruin these great tag teams. We had the Authors of Pain, man. One of my favorite teams. Oh, I loved it. War Machine, loved it. But, nah. Chloe says AOW simp for Father Rollins. There you go, I guess. There you go. I'm a Father Rollins simp. Basili says, see, that's where AEW comes in. And that's how AEW was born, a wrestling program built for the fans. Like, I'm not saying AEW is the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, I love AEW, and that's why, because, yeah, I mean, that's why I like AEW more as well. Like, for the most part, they listen to the fans. They understand their audience. That is the key words. They understand their audience. They've definitely gotten better at it. They weren't that great at first. The way that they debuted the Dark Order, more so just Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. The way that they debuted them was terrible. No one knew who they were. Everyone was chanting, "Who are you?" in the crowd. The Wardlow video package was kind of weird as well, where they just randomly showed that. The Nightmare Collective was very bad and weird. But it seems like they've learned to listen, and they're growing. So I can't fault them for that. Everyone makes mistakes. You do, I do. AEW does, WWE does. It's not about you making the mistake. It's just about you figuring out a way to maneuver through it and past it and making sure that it doesn't happen again. That's all. Philip, no. No Carlito, no Nexus talk. None. None at all today. Yes, AOP got released, and Ivar hurt something in his neck, I believe, when he took a suicide dive out of the ring. So he's been out. I think someone in the chat said that he just had surgery. Yeah, Anthony says Eric Eric had surgery as well a couple weeks ago. Oh, I didn't know that he was hurt either. So okay, so I guess they're both kind of doomed at the moment for something. James says Paul Heyman just turned a such good shit chamber match into a not such good shit chamber match. Deep voice effect. I mean, I don't mind it. I much prefer the qualifying for the Elimination Chamber. I much prefer that. But the way that I would do the elimination, if the Elimination Chamber has to be between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, your Elimination Chamber match should be for whatever side that the Royal Rumble winner does not pick. So if Edge wins the Royal Rumble and picks Drew McIntyre, that means that Roman Reigns is open, and they should have an Elimination Chamber match to crown a number one contender for him. And then vice versa. If Edge picked Roman Reigns, then it would be for Drew McIntyre. I would much, much, much prefer that over the route that they're going right now. Of course, there should be a little bit of different things going on between them, because you don't want to do the same cookie cutter stuff for every single show. But that's how I would structure it. And then, I would have one for something else. The Raw or SmackDown Women's Championship, or the Raw or SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The SmackDown Tag Team Championship match, I can't remember if that was last year or the year before, but that one was incredible. I loved it. That was awesome. So, but they're milking the Royal Rumble winners, so we don't know who's facing who still, which is a shame. Ashton says, where's Braun Strowman? So I actually meant to post this yesterday, but I didn't get to it for some reason or another. But Braun Strowman got an infection in his bloodstream, and he was sick for a couple of days, and he said that he lost 15 pounds in 5 days. So he said he's healing, he's getting better, he feels better, and he said he'll be back soon. So wishing nothing but the best here for Braun Strowman. I wouldn't wish illness or anything upon anyone, so hopefully he gets well soon, and then he comes back and has some fun on Raw. Anthony says, well, at least we can see Sarah come back to the Riot Squad. Well, she was still released, Sarah Logan was let go from the company, so she's not with WWE anymore. Andre says, if we interact with these superstars outside of the shows and get to know them better, we even get more involved in what they do inside the company. I couldn't agree more. There's a lot of wrestlers that I may have liked or didn't necessarily care for, but then I saw their personalities outside of the ring. I saw some of the fun things that they were doing and stuff like that, and I really liked him. Rusev was one of them. Heath Slater was one of them. Fandango was one of them as well. So like there was a lot of instances where these people, spoke to me in other ways other than wrestling, and I ended up liking them more. Philip says, let's talk about Christian and Big E for the Intercontinental Championship. Yes, we will talk about that actually. But I think we're going to save that for when we get to the Intercontinental Championship stuff. We are 40 minutes into the show, so it's probably about that time to actually start talking about the show tonight. Chloe says, when Adam said there's two people that don't need to qualify, and Paul said who, Edge and Bianca, made my night. I thought that was hilarious as well. I thought that was great. I popped for that one. Let's see. Chloe's answering that. Leroy says Daniel Bryan is going to go the distance at Elimination Chamber. Very possible. I could see that. Rocco says they should just do the chamber match at SummerSlam or another pay-per-view, not between Mania, and only do one. I wouldn't mind that either. I wouldn't mind if they did a 3 versus 3. So a Raw versus a SmackDown team. This is an opportunity for anyone to get an opportunity, and then whoever wins it gets a shot at the next pay-per-view at their brand's world champion. I wouldn't mind that. James says, you want to talk meaningless? Father Rollins got his CFO theme song back, but remains a heel. That's meaningless. There might be more to it. Hopefully there is. I was thinking that they might have the Burn It Down and then go into his Messiah theme song afterwards, but I guess they didn't do that. Basili says, I've always saw the Elimination Chamber or No Way Out as an okay, so the Royal Rumble match, you win, that knocks off one title match for WrestleMania, and the Elimination Chamber to me is for the champion. Yeah, I think we're saying the same thing, right? Royal Rumble winner gets to pick one side. The one that the other side that the Royal Rumble does, words are difficult. So the Royal Rumble winner picks one side, and then the other one that doesn't get picked gets an Elimination Chamber match, and that's how they get their WrestleMania match. That sounds fine to me. Matt says, sorry, I'm late. Any updates on this? Matt, no. So I don't talk about that. I don't talk about it. That's not for me. And I guess I will say this here again, because there's probably a different audience here than there was for my Wednesday night Dynamite show. But here's my take on this whole stalker thing, okay? Acknowledging this person, liking his things, retweeting his things, quote tweeting his things, replying to them, telling them that they're trash or whatever, is only giving them exactly what they want. This person is clearly seeking attention. This is all they want. Don't give it to them. Do not give it to them at all. If you want to somehow be involved in it, just report the tweets, block the person, whatever, but just do not interact with them whatsoever. This is all this person wants. They want the attention. The more that people are replying, retweeting, quote tweeting, all of that stuff, you're just fueling the fire and you're just giving them exactly what they want. So for me, I will not cover it. I will not talk about it other than this. Let the people that can actually handle something and do their jobs do what they need to do for this. This is very important. This is very dangerous, especially with what we saw for Sonya Deville. It's easy to kind of just chalk it up as being a joke and just kind of being like, okay, well, this person's just seeking attention as well. But with the whole Sonya Deville stuff that we saw, maybe that's not quite the case. So if you want my opinion, do not give them attention, report it as you see fit, and just let it be. Let the police handle their business and take care of all of it. You don't want to talk about Carlito? No, we're not going to talk about Carlito. No. You heard they went after Sonya? I hope not. She does not deserve that, man. Sonya Deville is awesome. She does not deserve any of this stuff. So hopefully that's not going on. Miley Man says, early prediction, but I predict The Miz will be the winner of the gauntlet match on Raw and will be the last entrant into the chamber. That would be an interesting one for sure. I kind of have a weird prediction that The Miz will lose early on in the Elimination Chamber, and I feel like he will cash in to get a second shot, a second opportunity in the Elimination Chamber. That would be my guess. Maybe Miz is first and gets eliminated first, or even if he's not first, maybe the Miz gets eliminated first. He kind of stands ringside and waits, and then when it's Drew McIntyre and someone else, and Drew's about to beat him, maybe he cashes in, and then it goes down to Miz and McIntyre or something. That's what I'm kind of thinking that they're gonna go with. Am I reviewing Impact tomorrow? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. So like I said, we're kind of in the middle of an ice storm. So I'm not sure if we're going to have power. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to watch the show or not. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I guess you don't want to be cool. You want Carlito to spit on Apple. No, we're not. No, we're not talking about Carlito. That's the timeout for you. Okay. That's the timeout for you, James. You got to relax. You got to relax. Ashton says, let's talk about the actual show now. Yes, I completely agree. Let's talk about the show. Let's talk about the show. It's Friday. So, of course, Friday Night SmackDown kicked off with your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Paul Heyman opening up the show tonight. Jared says, hello, lad. Sorry I'm late watching this on break. No worries, man. Thank you for even tuning in. I really appreciate that. Ashton says, why is The Miz even in it? He's already Money in the Bank. It makes no sense. I don't think anything that they do makes sense these days, to be honest, my friend. I really don't. I don't think there's stakes involved in hardly anything. No one's important. Nothing matters. Everything is meaningless, which is exactly why I titled this week's post show that. But that's just my opinion. Who am I? Anyway, so Adam Pearce already in the ring here for this. He's got his portfolio thing or whatever, some sort of contract that's going on. He's talking about the Elimination Chamber. So what ends up happening here is Adam Pearce tells Roman Reigns that he is going to have to defend his Universal Championship in the Elimination Chamber match. Okay. I was a little bit disappointed when I heard this because I'm like, Roman Reigns probably should not be competing in an Elimination Chamber match. And I hope that this isn't some weird way to take the title off of him. And I mean, who am I kidding? Vince McMahon is not going to want to take the title off of Roman Reigns. This is what he's been working for his entire life. The Golden Child is killing it. Absolutely killing it right now. He is the reason to tune into WWE. Roman Reigns, period. He's incredible. He's killing it. He's on top of the mountain for sure, without a doubt. And then Paul Heyman said, nah, bro. Roman Reigns is not going to be defending his Universal Championship in the Elimination Chamber. I'll tell you what, 6 people can compete in the Elimination Chamber, and then whoever wins it can go on to face Roman Reigns for the championship later that night. This is what I want. This is great, right? Elimination Chamber match to crown a number 1 contender. I have no problems with that. The only thing that I think sucks is that they have to do it on the same night. So whoever goes through this hellish Elimination Chamber match is then going to have to face Roman right afterwards. So I don't know, maybe are they going to do it completely like right afterwards, right after the match? Is this match maybe going to open the show and then the title match will main event the show? I'm not sure how they'll pace it out, but Not the biggest fan of this. I guess it's a decent way to have one of these people lose and then try to make some sort of argument that it's like, okay, well, look, yeah, Cesaro may have lost, but he went through a 45-minute Elimination Chamber match. So the fans are behind him from that. And then the fans are behind him because he got screwed. I get it. I get it. So whatever, that's fine. As long as it's not Kevin Owens. If Kevin Owens wins this Elimination Chamber match, I will probably die. I will just die. I will probably just combust and explode into a million pieces, because who in the hell wants to see Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens one more time? Not me. Not me. Chloe says the piped in "you suck" chants for Roman made me die laughing. Yeah, those are funny. Those are really funny, because you know, if there was an audience here, they would be cheering for him like crazy. The fans would be blowing the roof off of this place when Roman Reigns walked out, for sure. 100%. I thought they were going to let Roman was going to pull a Shayna Baszler and just run through everybody. Yeah, I guess that would have been an option. It would have been an option as well. Raphael says, I get why this segment started off the show, given that they had to reveal the chamber, but going forward, please stop starting every show with a Roman Reigns promo. I agree. Like, I get that Roman is fantastic, and I enjoy the segment. Like, I enjoy all of the segments with Roman Reigns. I think he's on fire. Every single thing that comes out of his mouth is fantastic. But I just don't want to see it for the first 15 minutes of every single SmackDown show. That's all. That's all. I wish they would pace it throughout the show a little bit, have him show up. Maybe just kick off SmackDown with a match. You know? Just a good old-fashioned match to kick off the show, then have Roman come out. Anything. You know, I think that last week's episode should have opened up with Bianca Belair. Why not? It's a once a year opportunity, right? The Royal Rumble winner should kick off the show. Makes a lot of sense for me. Bianca Belair should have opened that, and then Roman Reigns could have carried the show later on. That would have been how I did it. Matt says, who should KO fight next? I'm not sure. Maybe someone he could actually beat, since he's just been getting beat up by Roman Reigns the past 3 months. Warrior says, Roman giving Randy Orton a run for his money with his long as hell entrance takes up the first 6 minutes of the show alone. Yeah, he does. He does. Roman gets the first 15 minutes of SmackDown and the last 5 minutes of SmackDown, and he's sprinkled through the show usually. Sometimes you see him in the back sitting in his chair. You know, something that we haven't seen in a while is Apollo Crews was sitting with Roman Reigns in the back. I wish that they would kind of return for that, or return to that in some way. I don't think that Apollo needs to join Roman Reigns, but I would love to see him just getting advice from him, just picking his brain a little bit here and there. I would love that. James says, I apologize. No worries, my friend. No worries. It's all good, man. It's all good. Mason says, I have to go. Have a good Valentine's Day, and I'll see you on Monday. Thank you, Mason. I appreciate that, my friend. Also, we will be doing a NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day post show on Sunday as well. I know it's Valentine's Day, but you know, my fiance and I, we're going to make a nice steak dinner, I believe, and we're going to watch TakeOver, and then I'm going to have a post show. Maybe I can even get her to join us. We'll see. We will see. But yes, Obi James says, I understand why they start off with Roman, but it's getting repetitive. Yeah, I just really I don't want the show to be the same cookie cutter format over and over and over again. That's all. That's all. Let's see here. Anthony says, I feel Roman take longer making an entrance than making a 15-minute promo. Yeah, his entrances are long, man. Philip, it's the same deal, bro. It's the same deal with Christian. We're going to talk about Christian when we get to the Intercontinental Championship stuff. We're reviewing the show now, and that's it. That's it. Chloe says, it's officially my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Chloe. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great day today. If you can, go collect some free stuff. Go get some a free coffee at Dutch Bros. Go get a free beer at a brewery or something like that. Have a good one. Have a good one. Yeah, everyone in the chat, wish Chloe a happy birthday. She's been a great part of the community. Coming to all the post shows, I really appreciate it. Being a part of Instagram community as well, liking pictures, chatting on things. So yeah, happy birthday for Chloe. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. All right, so with all of this going on as well. Oh, some woos for Chloe. Yeah, let's get that. Let's get that going. There you go. Some woos for Chloe. And you know what? For good taste, I'll give you one of these as well. Well, your good friend Gold is going to wish you a happy birthday as well. So, happy birthday, love, Gold. There you go. Bernie says, stuck at home with COVID, but I thought SmackDown was decent today, and your posts are always good. Sorry to hear that, my friend. I hope that you were feeling a little bit better. Hopefully you don't have that for too long, and you're just back out there doing the good old stuff again. I'm glad that I can entertain you, and I'm glad that you enjoyed the show tonight. There's some more woos for Chloe for her happy birthday. You want to be general manager now? Well, you're gonna have to fight Adam Pearce for that. You're gonna have to fight him. How about Vince wish Chloe a happy birthday? So
happy birthday, Chloe. It's gonna be such good shit.
There you go. There you go. That's from Vince. Okay, so Adam Pearce is like, cool, he's all on board with all of this number one contender stuff, yada yada yada. So he says that he feels like there are two people that don't need to have qualifying matches. He feels like they should just be in the match, period. The first one that he announces is Jey Uso. Main event Jey Uso. And he says that because he took Roman Reigns to his limits. Okay, fair enough, I guess, right? But at the same time, Jey Uso has done nothing but lose. That's right, you guessed it. You guessed it. Let's take a look here. And actually, I don't even know if I should be doing this because I'm certainly not going to do it for each and every one of them. That's for sure. That is for sure. Okay, Jey Uso. Match statistics. Jey Uso is 0-2 for 2021. Chloe says, now that I can drink legally, I have so much responsibility. Yeah, there you go. Go out to a bar if you can, have a couple brewskis. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Bernie says, yeah, I'm getting better. I can woo again. Thank you, man. Here's a couple woos for you as well, Bernie. Oh, yeah, there we go. As fast as I can. There you go. There's some woos for you. James says, AMA tomorrow? No, probably not. Probably not. There's so much stuff going on. So, like, I want to do one, but we have TakeOver on Sunday. And then next Sunday, we have Elimination Chamber as well. So, like, there's just so much going on. Mally says, thanks for responding to my message on IG. No worries, man. I'm always in my messages. So if anyone ever wants to chat, you can always chat there with me. Where's Jimmy? Yeah, that's a good question, man. I have no idea. Where is he? I would love to see Jimmy Uso return. Actually, I would like to know where was the last time Sami won clean, like tonight? I can't tell you what the finishes are, but I could tell you the last time Sami Zayn won a match. That's all. Should Tom Brady host Mania? Sure, why not? Tom Brady is the GOAT. Basili says, and it was a good personal storyline, but I can't wait for Jimmy Uso to return and join Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, and Paul Heyman's Samoan heel family stable. Yes. Yes, I cannot wait to see Jimmy Uso return, and I cannot wait to see a heel bloodline. I'm dying to see it. It's going to be good. Oh, sorry. It's going to be
such good shit.
There you go. Anyways, so first participant that does not have to do anything to qualify for the Elimination Chamber is Jey Uso. Next up is, you guessed it, Kevin Owens. For some reason, Kevin Owens deserves a spot here. And I guess you could make the argument that Kevin Owens doesn't necessarily deserve the spot, but Adam Pearce is just giving it to him just to piss off Roman. So I get it. I get it. You know, I don't want to see it necessarily. So, I mean, I don't mind that Kevin Owens is in the Elimination Chamber. I get the reason why he's there. I just don't want to see him win it. So if Kevin Owens wins, meh. But if Kevin Owens loses, all is good. Ashton says WWE creative ruined Otis. All that shit with the Money in the Bank killed his popularity. I don't understand the story behind Otis whatsoever. Like, Otis was super over. Everyone loved and adored Otis. Every single week, he was like one of the big highlights of the show. The love story thing going on with Mandy Rose and all of that. Like, everyone loved all of this, and everyone loved Otis. Then he's Money in the Bank briefcase holder, and then everything just starts going downhill. Everyone starts hating him. Like, it seemed like everyone on social media just randomly turned on Otis for some reason. I don't get it. The last thing that I heard was that Vince McMahon loved him. And then Money in the Bank was just a huge downfall for him. And, you know, I have to say, like, people were complaining about Otis having the Money in the Bank briefcase, but I gotta tell you, The Miz is not doing it any justice either. And of course, it's not The Miz that's booking the show, yada yada yada. But you understand what I'm going, right? Or where I'm going. The Miz's run, just in general, has been atrocious. Pretty much ever since John Morrison returned, and especially with him and the Money in the Bank briefcase, it's even worse. It is god awful. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. James says, when WWE fans return, they should just take a break from Florida. Well, you know, Florida doesn't really care. So they're kind of stuck in Florida. And I think there's going to be fans in attendance at WrestleMania, but going forward, I don't think that there will be. I think it's just going to be for Mania, and then they'll be going back to usual. Ashton says, I'm still a fan of Otis. Me too. I have nothing against Otis. I mean, his booking is still terrible, but I think Otis is fantastic. I think you need characters like that, you know? That's the whole thing, you know, that we talk about all the time. It's like the whole Street Profits thing with the Viking Raiders was terrible, right? Because it doesn't fit the Viking Raiders. The Viking Raiders were built up. They were just absolute machines. They destroyed everyone in front of them. They beat local talent for 13 weeks straight. And then all of a sudden they were throwing axes, bowling, playing golf, and eating turkey legs. And being comedy people fighting ninjas. Like, it just didn't work. You have guys like Otis, who have always kind of been a comedy act. You can do that with him. So why they don't use him for stuff like that, I don't understand. I don't. Warrior says, I think the problem with Otis is that they were pushing him beyond his depth. There was no way, any way he was going to buy him as a main event guy. That's fair enough. I can get on board with that. Would have been interesting to see someone else win the Money in the Bank, but Viking Raiders are not jokes, but they were when they were fighting ninjas and eating turkey legs. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't have the Undertaker. Like, it doesn't fit the character, right? I think that most of the things that you have to do have to fit the character. You know, when I say that it's stupid that the Viking Raiders are sitting there bowling and eating turkey legs, people are like, oh, but you enjoy Chris Jericho sitting in his leather pants in a hot tub. Yes, because Chris Jericho is funny. He does those type of things. He's not a super serious character. If you have the Undertaker, doing some weird hokey comedy things, it wouldn't fit. So you have to establish those characters. So that's why I don't think that any of that fit with the Viking Raiders at all, especially after they just defeated local talent for 13 weeks. And they were champions too, right? Weren't they? So I don't know. None of that was for me. None of that was for me. Raphael says this is going to be the first WrestleMania in a while that isn't filled with legends like Edge, Christian, Goldberg. Are probably the only ones we'll see. Cena, Taker, Lesnar, etc. are all not going to show. Maybe. Who knows? There's a lot of people that think that John Cena will still be there, and then it's all a swerve. But who knows? We'll just wait. We'll just have to wait and see. I wouldn't mind seeing Brock Lesnar come back either. I would love to see Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. I would love to see it. Oh, Obi James says Ivar was going to be Mr. Steal Your Girl. Yeah, that was so weird. Flash says, did you enjoy the dinner debonair? I thought that was incredible. I actually haven't even seen it, to be honest with you. That's one of the episodes. Man, I missed a lot of key episodes of AEW. Like, a lot of people give me shit for not liking Raw and stuff like that, but I missed Miro's debut in AEW because we were doing the house stuff, and our house is about an hour away from where we used to live. So I was driving down here. I was driving home from doing like our third inspection, I think, for our house. And I was trying to pull up a stream of AEW to watch on my way home because I knew that Miro was going to be there. And I was so mad. I was so mad that I wasn't there for that. And I missed the dinner debonair as well. Swayze says, random question, but what happened to the Fiend? He's dead. He died. Randy Orton killed him. Burned him alive. James says WWE owns the rights to Spring Stampede. After Vengeance Day, they should make a Spring Stampede and NXT takeover. I'm down for that. I wouldn't mind seeing NXT brand themselves with WCW pay-per-views. I don't mind that at all. Okay, so after this opening segment here where Adam Pearce announced that Jey Uso and Kevin Owens would be in the Elimination Chamber, we saw a backstage segment here with Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce as well, where Sonya had a crazy idea for qualifying matches. She wanted to see them happen in a tag team format type of match. So the first match that was made for the night was Sami Zayn teaming up with King Corbin to take on Rey Mysterio and Dominik Mysterio. Why? Why? Dominik Mysterio? Really? Really, for the Elimination Chamber? King Corbin for the Elimination Chamber? Please. Like, even and the funny thing with all of this is that even though they were trying to build up towards Elimination Chamber, they still had to give you Corbin versus the Mysterios. They just had to. They couldn't take that away from anyone. So next up, that's right, you got it. Sami Zayn and King Corbin taking on Rey and Dominik Mysterio.